So the PS5 just arrived. Courtesy of Jumbo Electronics. Let's take a look at the back. It shows you a nice visual of what the PlayStation controller looks like. Some information, blah 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 blah. The side's got the vertical image of it as well. Other side just says PS5. So let's take a look at this bad boy and see what's going on. So that's a box in a box. It's completely white on all sides, and yeah, let's switch to a different angle and see what's inside this guy. It's got a little carrying handle over here, so I'm just gonna spin this guy around. So open that up. Let's see what happens. It's funny, you've seen the memes. So there was a box there, and this box was in that box. When you open this up, you've got another box, which is interesting. So I mean, let's take a look what's in here. So we've got the power cord. This is obviously spec'd for the Middle East. We've got our DualSense controller. We've got a charging cable. It's a USB-C. Quality is kind of meh. Like, you know, this is something you get for a cheaper keyboard. Obviously, if you have a braided cable or something like that, it'll be a lot better. But free's free, right? Well, it's not really free. Obviously, paid for it. Got the documentation, you know, stuff that we're all gonna read. Finally, we've got, oops, what is that? The stand, the infamous stand. And we've got, I believe this is a HDMI 2.1 cable. Again, feels kind of meh. Like, I mean, even these connectors feel really cheap. I mean, it is kind of textured a little bit. Not textured, but it's like, it's bent a little bit over there. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe if I do that, there you go. You can see that it's bent a little bit. I guess it makes it easy to hold and yank out, but I mean, better cable is definitely worth it for a console. That's gonna be next gen, but anyways, that's it for now. Let's take a look at the inside, shall we? All right, so got the stand, which is like a swivels like 90 degrees, so to speak. Like, kind of goes there. Now the main event. Now I gotta say, I took this out of the box and it's heavy. It's heavy. Straight away, it's heavy. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Let's take out side packaging. Honestly, I thought they would have given us like better foam than this cardboard thing, but I don't know, I guess it works. Whoa. Alrighty. Yeah. So a lot of people are saying that this is big, it's a big console, yada yada yada. I get it. But in all honesty, I mean, with the weight and all of that, it just feels quite good, actually. Sorry, camera, sorry. There we go. I'll get some other angles of this guy, but that's basically the console. And yeah, right off the bat, I gotta say I like it. So this is the disced version, of course. We're gonna get the camera off of the stand and just do some close-ups so you get an understanding of the entire thing and the scale of it. So first off, do not just put the console down like that, because it's gonna wobble, 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 wobble. Primarily because you need a stand for it. Anyhow, let's take a little closer look at it, shall we? All right, going freehand now. So in the front, we've got a Type-C port right over there. We've got a USB port. I'm assuming this is for charging the controller with the crappy cable they gave us with it. 2 buttons. I believe that is power on. Yeah, I can actually see the little symbol over there. I don't know if the camera's going to focus in on it, but yeah, that's power on. That's the eject, because this is the disc version of the console. I don't know how we really have the stand bracketed in, but just to help you take a look at things. So this is something a lot of people haven't mentioned. That's not a sticker. Wait, let it focus in. That's not a sticker. That's actually like a cutout. Like I don't know if you can make this out, but there. It's like, so the PlayStation 5 logo is actually on the back, on the side panel, which is quite cool. Alright, going to the side, we've got, let it focus in, focus, there we go. These I'm assuming are going to be intakes, so air intakes or something along the lines. Looks like that's just, to be honest, I have no idea what that is. You can see some components behind it, but anyhow, let's take a look at the other side. Like I said, freehanding this, you remember what I mentioned about having the stand? It's needed to help it from not wobbling. Do not know why this has this weird sticker thing over here. I'm assuming this is something from the Middle East, saying that it's been verified or it's approved or whatever. Anyways, let's look at the back. Whoa. Alright, you got a Kingston lock over there. USB 3.0, 3.0, got your Ethernet, I believe this is gigabit. We've got an HDMI, so this is going to be supporting the new HDMI 2.1 and power connector. Now, cool thing is, and this is something the PS4 did with the previous gen as well, is that they've got the actual charger or the power source built into it, so you don't have a brick lying around, you just got a single wire, which is easy to cable manage. Yeah, let's just take a look at it vertical now. Kind of a mirror right there with that console on the box and the console right here. But just to put things in perspective and scale, they actually weren't wrong when they put it on the box. I mean, the image kind of looks exactly the same. Another thing to kind of point out is, this is not really a white console. It's weird, it's like a grayish white, which is, I kind of like it, because I believe if it was like white, like a wall or like that cardboard box over there, obviously my light doesn't do it justice, but it would get dirty a lot easier, I guess. But yeah, that's what the console looks like standing up. I believe this is how most people are going to be placing it, unless you're putting it into an entertainment console. I do have to premise something, so even if you're keeping it vertical, use the stand, and I'll tell you why. So when it's on the stand right now, it's just a slide in, right? Can you see the console doesn't really move around? However, if I were to just take this off and just place it there, so say you were placing it just on a desk or a console or whatever, it moves very easily. So if you mount it vertically, you don't want it falling over. That's not going to be a good thing. But yeah, that's the PS5. And yeah, that's the unboxing. It's going to be interesting. I mean, there are some small details, like you've got a little Sony logo over there, and people have mentioned this. I don't think my camera is going to really pick it up. It just might, but those are little X's, squares, and circles, so like PS5 controller. Massive exhaust right there for the fans, obviously, to pump out the air. But yeah, now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put this thing. First world problem. Right, time for the digital only version. First thing, That's a black box. Didn't expect that. Didn't even know that was gonna happen. I think it actually says something in the background. Oh no, that's the square, triangle, blah blah blah. Didn't notice that on the white box, but yeah. Let's take a look at it. I'm sure everything is gonna be exactly the same except for the console itself, but just to put things in perspective. So this console came from Virgin, although being Jumbo as the main distributors, it's got their warranty on it. So I'm just gonna slice this seal open real quick. First time failed, but that's alright. Now let's take a look. And there we go. That's the digital only version. So very similar to the previous version, which was the disc PS5. Got a USB, we've got a Type-C, single button obviously because it's not got any disk drive over there. Wobble is there, but I guess the disk drive kind of adds a little bit more of leverage, so it kind of needed an extra height on that side. But just spinning it quickly around, we've got the exhausts. Same back I/O, two USB type 3.0s, got a LAN port, HDMI, and the power socket. So yeah, that's the very cool. Oops. Focus. There we go. Very cool cutout for the PlayStation 5 logo. That's what it looks like standing up. Now I know I said you got to put it on the mount, which I will do when I place this. So this is going to be my console. Didn't want a disc version. Yeah, honestly, I think the digital version looks a lot cleaner, to be honest. But yeah, PlayStation 5. Woohoo! So, something I didn't go over in the previous video when I did the digital version, the disc version, is that thing over there. I can go over the controller, which I have right here. Now, first off, the D-pad's kind of meh because it squiggles around, but I'm sure it's responsive, and I believe it's 8-way, not just 4-way. That I believe will be the share function. That's going to be menu, not options. You can see a little hamburger sign over there. Thumbsticks. So the thumbsticks are actually textured on the side, which is quite interesting actually. It gives a little bit more grip. Although I'm assuming just long term, like the PS4 controllers, if you just use this without any control freaks or any grips on top, this is going to kind of start peeling off because it's obviously gripping onto your thumbs when you use it, so it's going to get a little funny. Buttons feel really nice and responsive. What I was really impressed about was obviously the triggers, which everybody's talking about, but I don't think people really mention much about the buttons over here, the bumpers, or the R1 and the L1. So listen to this. It's a noticeable click in, which is really nice. It's the trackpad, which is there, Type-C charging port in the back. So this is obviously a textured, hopefully the camera can pick it up. No, maybe not. Yeah, it's a textured back. Kind of gives you that overall smooth finish, so for the sake of it. And yeah, so type in, attach your headphones, PlayStation button. Ooh, I turned it on. I didn't mean to do that. But anyways, it's not connected, it's not going to turn on. So in the previous video, I kind of mentioned how these aren't really white controllers. This isn't really a white console, and obviously the controllers aren't really white. So that's white. That's the manual thing that came with it. There. You can see there's a noticeable color difference, and that's actually like a little grayish, little bluish tint on it, so to speak. But yeah, cannot wait to get this guy hooked up. What I did notice is, and this is like, I guess, the learning, so obviously there's a nice curve on the controller over here, but it's this flat edge over there. It's not something that's going to be sticking into your hand. It is ridged off, and I mean, it's a good place to even like rest all of your fingers to get a good grip. Although most people probably just hold it like that, you know, when they want to do stuff. But anyhow, that's the controller. That's the new PS5, and yeah, I'm gonna boot it up, take a look, and let's see what it looks like. Appreciate you guys for watching the video. Thanks a lot, and catch you guys soon. Bye bye.